Good afternoon, Mystical Love and Light here. Let me go ahead and pick her up first thing so she's not crying for me. Because at a certain point, I know, Mommy. At a certain point, since we're going to be using isopropyl, once I get ready to get to that part, I'm not only gonna have to take her out of the room, I'm gonna have to put the gate up across, which she never needs to have a gate up across unless I'm working with that, because I also have my mask here and I have my gloves here when I get ready to use them. So that's very, very strong. So what I'm going to be doing today is, I had mentioned in another video that I would be doing the Dragon's Blood ink. So what I'm doing here, there's two parts to the Dragon's Blood ink. First, you have to make the base. And the base is, you make the base and you let it sit so it could steep all the ingredients together. I know, Mommy. And then after 24 hours, a few days. Now 24 hours is the minimum time that you want it to steep, but you can steep it for 6 months if you want to. And for every different thing that you want to use Dragon's Blood for, you would do a separate base for it. So what I'm going to do on this video, I'm going to be making 6 bases. I'm going to be making, so that way you can kind of get a hang of what I'm doing. 2 of the bases will be for the Dragon's Blood. 2 of the bases will be for the Dove's Blood. 2 of the bases will be for the Bat's Blood. So these are the bases. And then once I get this done, I will set it aside. And when I feel like the time is right, then I will come back and do the second part. I know, Mommy, I just love you. And then I will do the second part, which is combining the base with the Dragon's Blood to make the Dragon's Blood ink, or the Dove's Blood ink, or the Bat's Blood ink. So you have to make the base first, and then you combine it to the second procedure that you have to do. I'll call it a procedure. Then you combine them to make the inks. So we will get started on it. I'm gonna put you down for right now, and you can stay in here if you want to, but once I get ready to open up that isopropyl, then I'm gonna have to put the gate up and you can't come in because it's too strong. Okay? Mwah. All right, you can tell everybody bye. You can say bye-bye. You can say bye-bye. You can say bye-bye. I know. Okay, so the first one that I will be working on, now the base, well, this is going to be for the Dragon's Blood ink base, for just like a general all-around base. So the inks you can use for sigils, petitions, writing on bay leaves, anything that you can use to write on, you can use for these inks, because each one has their different properties. Like Dragon's Blood ink will be for like just an all around ink. Then you have your Dove's Blood ink, and you want to use that for more of the softer type of ink to like write on, and sigils, petitions, like for love and for connection and It's weddings. Think of the dove being all white, and so your spiritual, what it means, what it represents. That's what you want to incorporate in the dove's blood ink. The bat's blood ink is more of the harsher one, more of the removing hexes and removing curses and domination and bending their will. Now remember, and I always say, I don't judge how people do things. The way that I use things is anything that's bad, I can flip it around for the good. Okay? So when I'm talking about domination, I'm not talking about ruling somebody, you know. I'm not talking about standing over them, you know, with a pitchfork and you're going to do what I say. And no, it's, if you have a family together and, you know, and you want to have some domination over something, like maybe he's spending too much money. Maybe you want him to spend money on the right things. Maybe he's kind of starting to wonder and you want to keep your family together, but there's not another person involved. I always say that because if there is another person involved, then me, I back off. I back off. Unless the third person is, say you have a child that he's with the wrong crowd and stuff like that, then that would be a third person because you want them to get away from that situation. But if you were trying to dominate somebody because they're falling in love with somebody else, say they don't love you no more, and you know they want the other chickadee, the other hen in the hen house, well, as far as I'm concerned, let the SOB go. He ain't worth your love anyway. So that kind of domination, hexing, removing curses, like I say, bending their will, things like that. That's what you want to do. Use that for that ink. So if you're going to do a working and you need to write out a petition, that's what you want to use it for. Okay? So you're looking at dragon's blood as in the spiritual properties of your writings, what you want to put down. Okay? Like for healing, for love, binds and infuses, confidence, exorcisms, money, burning your home when you're trying to conceive, amplifies all, brings people together. It depends on your intent, the practitioner's intent, the person that is doing it, their intent. Now, when you see, when I make these, I'm not going to put no energy in them. I'm not going to charge them. This is the base. I'm getting the bases ready. The next video will be when I incorporate the dragon's blood into each one. Then that's when I will put energy into it, prayers into it, charging it, but not intent, because the intent will be at the time I'm going to specifically use it, or if someone buys it from me, then they would put the intent into it. Anybody that buys my products, it's up to them to put their intent into it. So on the flip side of everything that I had just said, it can be used to weaken and break down someone. Open the line of communication when you for your significant other. If they're stubborn and don't listen, stop someone from spending money on the wrong things. Change things for the positive outcome, to connect to different spirits, protective, powerful elements. It's up to you on how you're going to use it. I always make stuff for the good, to turn things around. I consider myself love and light. So what I do is for the good. I'm not going to tell you what to do. I'm not over you. Okay, so the first one we're going to do is the Dragon's Blood ink base. So what I'm going to be putting in here, I'm going to be putting 3 items in here, and it's all geared toward the general all-around base. So first, I will put a piece of, well, maybe not that big of a piece of there we go, piece of cinnamon. So I broke some pieces here. There we go. And this one. And this will always be my base, because when I use it incorporated in the next video, all of the ingredients here stays in it, and I can add some more isopropyl. If I'm saying it wrong, just deal with me. It's all right. Then I just put some more and let it steep also. Okay, and then some ground coffee. That gives it energy in itself. Don't need a lot of coffee. I'm going to try to hold it where it will kind of just go in. Okay. Good smelling coffee. Makes me want to go have a cup of coffee. I have my isopropyl down here on the, what I'll be using. And I also have my paper towels in case I spill it, because that stuff is strong. When I get ready to use it, that's when I will put on my gloves and my face deal. Okay. And the next ingredient would be cherry chips, wood. Let me see if I can break this. That's going to be kind of hard to break. Let's see if we can find a thinner one. Oh, here we go. Let's see. This one should work. Yep, great. Get in there. There we go. Okay. So that is going to be for the base of the first one. The second one will be the dragon's blood base for banishing. Remember, for the different things you're going to use it for, you need to make a different base. And then the second video will be combining it to make it the to combine the dragon's blood in it to make the dragon's blood ink. So this will be the banishing, and we will need some pepper seeds. Okay. Tobacco. That's tobacco that was not ever sold to a company and rolled or anything like that. Let's see. Get this and kind of work it in. I'm trying to get, like this. Maybe it will work. There we go. Tobacco. This is what I use for my offerings. then ginger root. This one that we're working on the base is for banishing. I just need a small piece of the ginger root. So you're not going to put this, you're going to put the liquid part. What I'm doing here is I'm twisting it to make it skinny so I can put it like that. Okay, so that one is done. Well, I haven't put the isopropyl in it yet, but done as far as what's going to go in it. Because your base steeps for as long as you want it to steep. And you reuse it and reuse it and you reuse it as you pour some of the liquid out, the isopropyl. As you pour some out, then you refill it so it can continue to steep for the next time. Okay, so mugwort will be for the next one, which is going to be the Dove Blood Ink base. And this one I will be incorporating it for spiritual outcome. So we'll be using all of these. So we're going to put a little bit of mugwort. It's okay that I was handling my dog earlier. It's not like anybody's going to be doing anything with this except riding with it. Okay. Cat's claw bark. Remember, this one's for spiritual outlook. This kind of comes off in like pieces like this, and I'm going to kind of fold it so I can get stuff down in there. And then the next thing we're going to put in would be the anise seed. It's the star anise seed. Reminds me of the holidays. In there. One little piece. Okay. That one. I'm going to put that one there. Next, we're going to be doing the Soft Love Connection, the Dove's Blood Ink base, Soft Love Connection, and this is going to be the Dove's Blood Ink base. And we will need a piece of cinnamon. So I don't think that, I know it, Mommy, I know it. So this will go in, and then we would get bay leaf. Bay leaf. Okay, and the bay leaf is in there. And then, let me break that. Okay, I'll pull that out and break it off, and then re-stuff it in. Okay, there. Okay. And then we're going to use a piece of the rose. We don't need all of that, we just need a piece of the rose. And I'll put that much in there. And we've got pieces of rose and bay leaf here. So I will just put this in it. Okay, got that one. With a soft love connection for the Dove's Blood ink base. Okay, that one go there. Next, I'm going to go ahead and just put this up here so it's kind of out of the way right there. The next we will be doing the Bat's Blood ink base, and that would be for domination, which we will use another piece of, I don't think this will fit. Yeah, it will. That's cinnamon, by the way. Cinnamon. And we're going to use pepper seeds. I thought about putting her outside when I got ready to do that, instead of just putting up the gate. The whole backyard, not the whole backyard, it's a big backyard, but the fenced area that's as long as a house. But looks like some thunderstorms are headed this way, and sometimes it starts pouring down rain and the Doppler doesn't even show it, so I don't want to put her outside and have her be scared out there, because she's scared of thunderstorms. If I'm not here and I come home and it's thundering and lightning, I'll find her in the bathroom, in the shower. That's where she goes. Okay. Next, that goes in the domination for the base, the Bat's Blood base, is calamus root. I just need a little piece of that, maybe two, depending on the size. That one was really skinny, which was great, and there we go. And whole cloves. A couple of those. See, if you're going to write out a petition for love, you don't want to use Bat's blood. You want to use the Dove. If you're going to hex somebody that needs it, somebody you know, really abusive and likes to torture people or animals or something, you don't want to use just the dragon's blood or use the dove's blood. You want to use the bat's blood. Okay, so that's that one. Then the next one will be for the bat's blood. Also, this will be for removing hexes and removing negativity. So this will be for the bat's blood ink base. Okay, and this one we will use some spicy seeds. I have different kinds of pepper seeds. I've got one up there that's even hotter, like way hotter. So when I get ready to do the second part, it could be after 24 hours, it could be 2 days from now, it could be 3 days from now, whenever I feel that this is steeped enough, incorporated all of its good stuff, I'll do it at that time. And then basil will go in for the removing hexes and removing negativity. Okay. Just kind of holding it where it would go in. And then the hickory chips will go in there. Hickory chips. And here's a piece that is just, well, this one's skinny. I'll put that piece in. But this looks like a better piece. It just slid way down. So I'll have to find another one. Yeah, there we go. Let's see if that'll fit. Yeah, that'll fit in. Alrighty. Now, we're going on 28 minutes. It'd probably take 2 days just for this to upload. Okay, so then we're going to put the isopropyl in it. Now keep in mind this is 99.9% alcohol. It's not rubbing alcohol. Rubbing alcohol ain't anything. You spill rubbing alcohol and you're fine. You spill this on you, better be running to wash it off. So that stuff, if you breathe it in, it hurts your lungs. Let me take this off. Now we'll get my dog out of here in just a minute. Let me go move her. Come on, Velvet. Come on, Mommy. You have to go out, honey. You can't breathe that stuff in. Come on. Come on, baby girl. Good girl. Good girl. I'll be out in a minute. Stay. Now let's see if she doesn't knock the gate down, because she's not used to a gate. And I'm going to put my gloves on. And move all these tools out of the way. Okay. Now, I want to try to do this kind of quickly. I think what I want to do is kind of put it in like this, so if I spill any, it's going to go inside there. And it's weird how when I'm on a mask, I can't see properly. It's like my eyes is not connected correctly. Maybe a little way strong. Let's see. Okay. So that one. You don't want to do it too fast, you make a mess, but at the same time you want to hurry up and get it done so you're not breathing in that stuff. This is what, when you do the second part, this is what dissolves the dragon's blood. The good dragon's blood, not the cheapy dragon's blood. I'm glad I put that bow underneath it. Velvet is very upset. Okay, so let me sit this for just 1 minute. Let's see if I can see this in the light. Okay, very good. Then let me close this up. Then what I will do is these tags, I will wrap it around it on the very underneath this seal. The tag underneath the seal, close it up. I can't do it with the gloves on. Okay, I'll just do this really, really fast because these are still all open. I will put the lids on very, very tight, and then I will let it steep. And I'll go ahead and get off so I can go ahead and close all of these up real quick because it's hard to breathe in this thing. Thank you for watching. And when I'm ready to do the second part to incorporate the two, then I will videotape it for you. So this will be the part 1 Dragon's Blood ink base. The second one will be the Dragon's Blood ink for the Dragon's Blood, the Dove's Blood, and the Bat's Blood. Thank you for watching. Bye.